What's going on, everybody? Hey, Archie. We'll touch on this again one more time before we get started, but wanted to jump on this real quick. We do have quite a few people that I'm missing payments from. So if you're one of those folks, just know that needs to be done before we do the break. I know I've probably exercised a little bit of leniency in times or in certain spots in order to just move things along. And typically, if there's only one spot here or one spot there, it's not a big deal to me, really, if we have to wait it out or whatever. But it's not a matter of, do I trust this person or do I trust that person or whatever. Guys, I've been burned by somebody in this hobby that I thought was a really close friend. So, come to find out, your close friends will really, really screw you. So it's not like that. It's not me trying to be like, oh, I don't trust this person or that. I'm just, I got to do what is right for me on my end too. So, we just, before the break happens, we need everything paid for. Best rule of thumb is once you've finished claiming spots, then just go ahead and send it. And then you don't have to worry about it. And I know sometimes you get busy and it's no big deal. Like, I get it. There's a million things that can happen. Trust me, I get it all. But tonight, as I was sitting here getting ready to start, I'm like, man, we've got a lot of spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13's quite a bit. So, Archie, I sent you a message, bud. I sent you your total a little while ago. So, yeah, it's like I said, it's not, it's not got anything to do, it's one of those, it's not you, it's me, and that's really what it is. It's not you, it's me. And, for the sake of everybody, I don't really want to get to a point where I have to be like, oh, okay, I'll let you guys know when we'll do the break once everybody's paid. I really don't want to do that. Like, I like the system we have where I can say, hey, we're going to break at such and such time, and then we just, move on. But I got to have everybody, working in harmony to make that work. So, no, Chris, I'm not going to sell any out from under anybody tonight. But, it's more of just a casual, hey, please help me out. So, that's all we'll do with that is what I said, and we'll just let it go at that. And there's plenty of cases where, there's plenty of times where if somebody messages me and says, hey, can we work out a deal? Over the years, I've worked many deals, many trades, many scenarios for cards, for break spots, for break credits. So, you know, that's not a problem. And sometimes you'll see a spot and I'll say, hey, I worked something out with so-and-so. That's just as a reminder to me so that I know. But anyway, like I said, not trying to like harp on it a bunch. But as you can see, tonight was kind of a lot. So just felt like I needed to say something. But that's all we got to say about it, and we'll move on. So we got our 4-box mixer. We've got Prime on top. We'll move Prime down here because we're going to do Prime first actually tonight. So we'll start with 23 Prime, and then we got 2 boxes of Prism and 1 box of 2023 National Treasures. So a nice little mixer. So let's dig right into this. I also wanted to mention the next break is going to be on Thursday night. And Thursday night's break will be a 6-box pick your driver break of 2017 Donruss. It has been quite a while since we've done any 17 Donruss. And certainly a pretty affordable break by and large. You're going to see a lot of driver spots under $10. A bigger majority of spots are under $10. You'll see a bunch of drivers Thursday night that are going to be $2, $3, $4. So lots of value spots available. 21 of 49, Kevin Harvick. Going to start us off tonight going to Dale Cobb. So that's for Thursday night with Donruss. Plus, I felt like that would kind of get us all... yeah, I know it's pretty random, but I also thought it would kind of get everybody in the mood for what's coming with 25 Donruss. So, 1 of 99, dual tires... Ricky Stenhouse Jr. going to Storm Ghost. I will tell you guys, I'm battling a bit of a sore throat. So you may hear me stop and take a drink here or there. I told my wife earlier, it was like just out of nowhere. Like just in the last couple hours, all of a sudden I was like, man, my throat is sore. So... 5 of 25, Kevin Harvick Hollow Gold Fire Suit. Good start for Harvick. We were trying to get my daughter packed up and ready. My daughter has a school trip for a couple days where they're going... as a class. So, just trying to make sure she had everything ready to go. And Shadowbox swatches Brad Keselowski, 21 of 25 for BK, going to Melvin. You know, 17 Donruss has some interesting stuff in it that sometimes gets a little bit overlooked. One thing I thought I'd mention just real quick while we were talking about Thursday night's break, 17 Donruss has Mario Andretti in it. And I know that for sure because I have pulled a Mario Andretti autograph before. It's slabbed and in my case. So, 75th anniversary signatures Clint Boyer. Boyer going to Storm Ghost. There we go, Storm Ghost. So, yeah, that's a little bit of an interesting wrinkle having Mario Andretti in there. Eric Jones, 18 of 25 on the Hollow Gold Souvenir Signatures. I think all of the souvenir signatures are out of 25, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, Eric Jones is going to go to J.R. Tipple. Congrats, JR. And our redemption dual prime signatures, Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain. Teammates. Daniel Suarez is Jerry Campos. Ross Chastain is Troy Mekis. So we will have a random at the end, unless you guys can figure it out between the two of you. Jerry Campos and Troy Mekis. Otherwise, we'll do a random at the end for that. Empty box. Ashley Force 101. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's some very interesting things you can pull out of 17 Donruss. So, actually, let me tilt the camera down just a touch. I feel like I got you guys looking up a little higher than you need to. That's probably perfect right there. Yeah. Austin Cindric with the Pulsar. Yeah, a couple, Kyle. As we just mentioned, Ashley Force is in there. The Force girls. 322 of 399. Austin Cindric goes to Troy. Christian Eckes, blue, going to go to JR. Nice little color match with the Napa Know-How fire suit. That's 71 of 199. And National Pride, Chase Briscoe. Without the J. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's going to be a weird change in 25. Maybe Gibbs will start doing stickers. Purple, Eric Jones. Going to JR. 94 out of 99. And then we got Scripps. Blue, Ryan Blaney. That's nice. Going to Kyle. Nice hit. Kyle Clayton. Part of the other reason why I wanted to do Donruss Thursday is because we've got that National Treasures case break on Saturday. And so because I went kind of high-end Saturday, I wanted to go affordable on Thursday. You know, I try not to overdo it, you know what I mean? Like 33 of 49. Nice one. Congrats, Kyle. Move Clint. Red, Tony Stewart. Going to Scott Cutler. 169 of 299. Got a silver Jimmy. And pot of gold, Ryan Preece. Red, Terry Labonte. Going to Jake Phillips. Yeah, that's the new Paul Wolf, that's the new one. It starts at 10 o'clock, I think, on FS1. That is the new one. Yes. 201 of 299. Going to Jake. Silver Sheldon Creed. I've got the DVR taping it, although I have Flow also, which you can watch it on Flow Racing too, because it's produced by Flow. But it's great that it's on FS1 for sure. Cavs are down 2-0 against the Pacers. Interesting. Dirt, yeah. There we go. How about the checkered flag Hooters? Chase Elliott. That's going to go to Paul. $17/75. Sensational Signatures Silver Josh Williams for Victor. Yeah, that chase is nice. JW. Here, let's put him on the stand. Give him a chance to be up there. Why not? And then Red National Pride, Todd Gilliland. Netflix show comes on tomorrow. Oh, it does start tomorrow. You're right. We got all kinds of racing stuff to watch these days. That's awesome. 46/99. Todd Gilliland going to John. So it was pointed out to me, I don't know if I've watched too many breaks where they fan out the cards to see what's in the back, you know, to kind of get a preview of what's coming. I think I've watched too many breaks where that's done, and I started doing it myself. And it was pointed out to me, and I was told that people don't like it by multiple people, actually. And I know I myself don't love it when I'm watching a break. So I'm going to make a concerted effort to not necessarily do that on purpose. I'm going to try to keep them all in a stack as best I can and not, you know, we'll get to what we get to when we get there, you know. Austin Hill Pulsar going to Tony Jordan. 43/399. So, if that's something that's been on your mind, just know that I'm going to try to do better with that. It was a habit that developed not intentionally. Mark Martin going to Rick Komnick. 49/49 on the bookend. Blue. Call that Carolina blue. Then pot of gold. Denny. Pulsar Kyle Larson. Goes to Nick Marquette. $50/399. Get the silver of that same Mark Martin that we just pulled a moment ago. And Victory Lane bound Jeff Gordon. Got a red Harrison Burton. Going to John. 168/299. And then we're going to go silver, Lane Riggs. And Victory Lane, Seabell. A Daniel Suarez red for the Amigo, going to Jerry. Every time I see that picture, I so love it. They should do more, like there should be more burnout cards. There should be a whole burnout set. 50 at $2.99. There should be a burnout set, and then the race used tires that they use for the inserts should be burnout tires. You should still be able to smell the burnt rubber by the time it gets to you. Blue, Natalie Decker. Going to Dave. Dave. 50 out of 199. And Tyler Reddick on the Groovy. Sensational Signatures, Justin Allgaier. Belongs to Nate Gogol. Nice hit, Nate. The J.A. Let's swap him out with Josh Williams. Just keep rotating around a little bit. William Sawalich, Pulsar. Goes to Billy Joe. $134 of $3.99. Blue Ty Dillon is going to go to the unlisted spot, and Brian Jacobs. Yeah, it is a nice signature. It is 91 of 199 on that one. And the Groovy Willie B. Hey, that worked out well. Yeah. Got another purple, AJ Allmendinger. Dinger purple. Going to Kevin. $91 of $99. Silver Ty Dillon. And we got a National Pride Mojo. Haley Deegan. That's cool. Hiding in the back. 12 out of 25 on the Haley. I think that goes to, yeah, it goes to Bob Bryce. Nice hit, Bob. With the short print. Deegan. I was going to mention about Thursday's break, too. Be prepared for a long break. There's a lot of cards in those boxes of 2017 Donruss. And 6 of them, I mean, probably a 2-hour break. No lie. So, just be prepared for a bit of a long break. Or just wait and catch the recap if you want. I won't take any offense. Or listen or watch on mute, whatever works for you. $325 out of $399, going to Brian Jacobs. Yeah, we already did Prime. We did Prime first, then Prism, and then NT's last. Harvick, silver. And Noah Gragson. I kind of split up the two premium boxes, front and back end, so to speak. Box. The bottom of that box is a little. Look at the bottom of that box. It's a little collapsed down there. Interesting. Let me grab a quick drink. You guys will get a kick out of this. My drink matches my gloves tonight. Speaking of gloves, I gotta go buy some more. We're gonna be out soon. Who knows if they're still green? I might get a different color. Red, Bobby Labonte. Starting out box 2 of Prism. That's going to go to Kevin Bennett. 82 of 299. I think we have 2 new people in the break tonight. So, Kevin Bennett is one of them. I'm not sure he's been in a break before. So, welcome. And I guess if you have, I apologize for not remembering, but pretty sure this is your first one. 50 out of 199, Joey Logano. Going to Brian Doobie. And then we've also got Johnny Hinton in the break tonight. So welcome to Johnny as well. What do you think of Pat versus Gunther? Well, I think Gunther wins, but I love the story of that, and I love them incorporating Pat into it. Pat's a great athlete. He puts on a good match. So, purple Richard Petty. And it's 100% true how much Pat respects Michael Cole and all that. I mean, Pat has never made any bones about that for as long as I can remember. 78 and 99, Richard Petty going to John. Then we got a red sensational signatures, Thad Moffitt. That'll go to Brian with that unlisted spot. First hit of the night going there. 18 out of 99. We're going to keep rotating on this one stand, apparently. I just keep leaving Blaney there because he's a cup champion. Everybody else has been... Well, we did have Allgaier, who was a Xfinity champ. Yeah, I think Pat enjoys, Pat's still very athletic, and I think he enjoys that. And he's really entertaining, and just like Logan Paul, I'm not necessarily a Logan Paul fan, but my goodness, is the guy an athlete, some of the things he's done is pretty amazing. 358 of 399, William Sawalich going to Billy Joe. Silver, Brad Keselowski. Pot of gold, Bowman. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. No denying that. We got Brandon Jones on the silver pulsar. Going to Scott Dixon. We had to kind of twist Scott's arm there at the end. I think Scott saw that it was going to potentially become a duck race, and he said, nah, not today. 304, 399. Christopher Bell, silver. Silver Bell. Silver Bell. I can't do that. That hurts my throat too much. It's another one of those deals where I feel completely fine other than my throat just hurts. I don't know what that is. Red, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Going to Storm Ghost. $139 at $299. And then we got Ryan Priest. Priest Lightning on the blue scripts. Going to Archie. 24 out of 49. We'll switch out. We'll finally switch out Ryan. Somebody. Tyler Reddick, Victory Lane. Got Daniel Hemrick, red. Going to Zach Brewer. Glad it worked out for you, Zach. Zach was trying to figure out how to claim spots. He thought he was going to have to phone a friend or ask somebody to do it for him or, whatever the case may be. 54 at $299 for Daniel because he was umpiring tonight. Another Mojo, Cole Custer. Boy, that's pretty. Going to Archie. Nice little short print. Maybe I should have. Well, you never know. Never say never, Scott. 24-25. It ain't over till it's over. National Pride, Kurt. I'll tell you guys a funny story. Actually, I'll tell you a funny story, and I'll even throw out a little ask for everybody when I get done with the story. So, funny story is we have family friends who used to be our neighbors 2 houses down. The girl went to high school with my wife, and we've known them. Like, she's known her since high school, but we've known them, all of our adult life. 136 to 399 Newman going to Glenn. And anyway, so they have 3 kids. They've moved since then. Silver Ryan Priest, but they have 3 kids. One's a 16-year-old girl, and then they've got a son who's right around our son's age. I think he's right about 7-ish. And then they got a younger girl that's still in preschool. And anyway, at some point at school, because my wife teaches with her, they work together, and so anyway, at some point in the day, something came up about sports cards, and our friend mentioned to my wife, "Oh yeah, our middle son, the 7-year-old, is really starting to get into sports cards, football cards in particular." Jeremy Clements Pulsar, 250 out of 399 on the Jeremy Clements. And so, of course, my wife was like, "Well, we literally just did a card show on Sunday. When were you going to tell us that he was interested in cards? Because that's literally, that's my big thing, And so we found out that he has a couple of likes, and I went through what I had and sent him what I had, which was not much. It was only like 3 or 4 cards. I am going to make him a couple customs. So I hope he likes those, but pardon me. But I did find out he is obviously he's an Ohio State collector. I shouldn't say obviously, because you guys don't know why I'm saying that. The boy, the 7-year-old, his grandpa is a coach at Ohio State. One of the assistants. We'll stop the story there while we deal with the king for a minute. We'll come back to the story here in just a second. Patented penmanship red, Richard Petty. Going to John. That's pretty right there. Even though Richard's signature is starting to fade a bit at his age, even not bad, I don't want to use the word bad, even a not pristine Richard Petty signature from circa, 1998 is still 10 times better than 90% of the signatures that are out there. Like, that is pretty. Congrats. Nice hit, John. 44 out of 49. Man, we missed the door by 1, too. Dang it. That's super nice. Congrats. Big Richard Petty hit. Red Nick Sanchez going to Johnny Hinton. And I just realized I spelled your name wrong next to Sanchez, Johnny. I put an H in there when there is no H in your name. So I apologize for that. 82 out of 299. Yeah, Kyle's is just as nice. Absolutely. So anyway, back to the story real quick. So, the family friend, Grandpa works at Ohio State. He's a coach. Just, an assistant coach. I'm not going to name names or, get into all that too much, because I want to protect people's privacy and etc. But 173 of 199, Corey Heim, going to Johnny as well. So anyway, long story short, the 7-year-old is into football cards. He is into Ohio State cards. Really specifically, he's into Emeka Egbuka. And then he's also an Eagles fan. Like, he likes Eagles cards. And then he likes Tom Brady. They have, Corey, they have all access all the time. The stuff they have at Ohio State, as far as autographs, is, you just use your imagination. But yeah, they have everything you can imagine as far as that's concerned. But anyway, so he's into the Eagles. Priest Purple, 84.99, going to Archie. So if anybody has any extra Eagles cards, it's either the Eagles, Tom Brady, or Emeka Egbuka is what he's interested in. So any of that stuff, if you got any of those and you want to send them my way, I'm going to try to help him build his little collection up a little bit. Blue Dale Jr. going to Zach Brenner. Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, Kelsey Mitchell's from Ohio State. Yep. 78 out of 199. That's part of why I was excited last year when the Indiana Fever drafted Celeste Taylor, because I was like, oh, they're going to have 2 Buckeyes. Plus Caitlin, obviously, and then before the season even started, they traded Celeste she's in Phoenix now. Pulsar Martin Truex Jr. going to Nate. $70 out of $3.99. Parker Retzlaff Silver. I did see, I'm pretty sure Panini's going to be making like extra releases for WNBA this year. Pot of Gold Hocevar, which, I mean, it's obvious why, but I'm kind of hoping that maybe the extra releases that they're going to produce will help. See there, I just did it, and I'm trying to break that habit. But I'm hoping the extra releases will help ease the prices a little bit, because it's so expensive. Like, I can't even buy a box of, WNBA Prism at this point and open it with my daughter. It's priced completely through the roof now. Like, they went from one extreme to the other. $273 of $3.99 going to Brian Jacobs. Silver Josh Berry. Yeah, Rebecca Lobo. I have, Lisa Leslie was one of them. Katie Smith. You're going back into of course, Katie Smith was playing professional before the WNBA even came about. There was another smaller, I say professional, but it would be more like semi-pro. They weren't making any money. They were making probably 10, 15 grand. All right. 2023 NT to finish things off. Good luck, everybody. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we've got Donruss on Thursday night, and then Saturday night we've got the National Treasures case break. 24 NT case break on Saturday. Saturday's break will be what our traditional Sunday break is. I'm not going to do a break on Sunday this week for Mother's Day. It's not only Mother's Day, but it's also my mom's birthday. My mom and I's birthday's 2 days apart. So, just going to kind of do some family stuff this weekend. And Brandon Jones, White Sparkle. Going to Scott. White Sparkle, Chase Elliott. Going to Paul. Your wife's birthday is on Friday. Well, Nate, tell her happy birthday from her birthday twin. She and I share a birthday on Friday together. That's awesome. I know quite a few people that I share a birthday with, or have a birthday twin or whatever you want to call it. It's kind of funny. I went to school with somebody that we shared a birthday with. So, fun fact, that's the first ever White Sparkle you've ever pulled me. Interesting, Scott. I did not expect you to say that. Widescreen C Bell goes to Jed. Happy early birthday. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Another trip around the sun. All right, empty box. Thick stack here. 4 out of 15, Martin Truex Jr. with the 75th anniversary base. Going to Nate. That's sharp. Best birthday. 18 out of 20. Dale Jarrett. Dale Jarrett will go to Brian Jacobs in that unlisted spot as well. And then we got Tanner Gray for the booklet, 15 of 25. We'll see what kind of... I was going to say, see what kind of ink he used, if he used ink. Yep. Gold Sharpie. Trademark Sharpie. Gotta love that. That's cool. Nice one for Tanner Gray. Going to Chris Bonnet. Set that off to the side until I can get that one top loaded and put away properly. 14 of 25, Justin Bonsignor. Race Day Treasures. I don't know what that is. I think that might be tire. It's not fire suit. That much I know. Anyway, Bonsignor was an unlisted driver. I'll go to Brian. Chandler Smith, Retro Materials, 49 and 99 with the fire suit. Chandler Smith, also going to Chris Bonnet. Chris got a couple hits here. Race Day Treasures, Jimmy Johnson, 1 of 25. Yeah, this is more like the leather from a fire suit where they've had, like, it almost reminds you of what a biker would wear. Like a super bike rider would wear. It could be, I guess, from a shoe or... Oh, yeah, shoe. See? Look at there. Bonsignors will say it too. Look, shoe. Look, if we just look at the back of the card, it'll tell us. Silly rabbit. All we got to do is read the back. You were right on the leather, because it is. 31 out of 50. Ty Dillon, Midnight, Shadowbox Signatures. Going to Brian Jacobs. I think we got 4 autos in this one. Normally we only get 3, typically. So we'll call that the bonus, yeah. Prime hit. And then we're going to go Eckler's Choice. 64.99, Daniel Dye. Belongs to Paul Wolf. Seven out of 25. Hollow Gold, Eric Almirola. Going to Mike Ciano with the AA spot. There you go, Mike. Nice hit. Congrats, bud. And last but not least, 75th anniversary signatures, Haley Deegan going to Bob Bryce. We'll put her up there on the stand. Pretty solid break overall. Couple of nice ones there out of that last box of Prism, and then into NT. Things picked up a little bit for us. So give me just a quick second to move a couple little things, and we're going to do a recap, and then we've got a random to do on that dual auto from a little bit ago. I'm going to see if I can get the old tablet up and awake, at least while we're doing the recap. So, again, next break Thursday night, 7 o'clock, Donruss. See you there. Bring the popcorn because it'll be a little bit of a longer one. Out of 20, Dale Jarrett. Out of 15, Martin Truex Jr. Out of 25, Cole Custer Mojo. And National Pride Mojo, Haley Deegan, as I almost dropped her, but I did not. I would not drop her. I won't do that to you. Jimmy Johnson to 25. Chandler Smith out of 99. Bonsignor to 25. Those were both shoes, as we discovered. BK on the showcase swatches to 25. Harvick out of 25. Fire suit. And a 99 dual tires Stenhouse. Autographs. We had red Thad Moffitt to 25 Almirola. Out of 99, Daniel Dye, Eckler's Choice. From Prime, out of 50, Ty Dillon. Ryan Preece, Blue Scripts. Ryan Blaney, Blue Scripts. Silver, Justin Allgaier. Josh Williams. Out of 25, Eric Jones. And Clint Boyer with the 75th anniversary. Tanner Gray was our auto booklet, fire suit, and autograph. Had Haley Deegan on the 75th anniversary. And then Richard Petty, patented penmanship, out of 49. Yeah, shipping if you want to ship right away, John. Or if you want to wait, a lot of people, some of my newer guys may not know this. A lot of people will just let their stuff build up until they get in a break where shipping is included. So, for example, Thursday night shipping won't be included because it's Donruss and it's a ton of cards. Saturday night shipping will be included because it's strictly National Treasures. So if you wanted to wait till like after Saturday to see if you maybe hit something in that break, if you happen to get in it, go for it. But if you're ready to ship right away, just let me know and we'll take care of it. All right. Then we got the dual auto Suarez and Chastain. You don't have any Jones from 17 Donruss? Well, hey, there we go. Yeah, John. Some of them I'll include shipping. So I would just, unless you're in a hurry, I would just sit on it for a minute. Save your $5. That's my advice anyway, but your call either way. All right, so we got to enter Daniel Suarez. Oops. And, whoops. Ross Chastain. All right. So, same standard procedure. 5 times. Whoever's at the top gets the card. Here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that was weird. And 5. That was strange. 5. So that's where we're gonna stop. I'm gonna hold it there for a minute so that everybody can see. There's nothing funny going on. I don't know why it did that. Obviously, our internet or whatever. But anyway, stuck on 5 there. Ross Chastain. So that'll go to Troy Mekis. On the duel. So congrats, Troy, on that one. And again, appreciate everybody's support. Like I said, hope to see everybody Thursday night for 17 Donruss. And then 2024 National Treasures full case on Saturday. So everybody have a great rest of your night. And we will see you all next time.